Welcome back to the SSL Family Dad channel. Today, I guess, just have a quick announcement or update for you guys on the baby goat. What did we end up naming him? You guys got to vote on what you thought his name should be. We gave you 3 options. And so we'll reveal the name of the new goat, the only newborn goat on our farm this year, or on our homestead this year. But I just want to talk about a couple things, with our goats and just answer some questions that we get. Our goats are, we've reduced our herd quite a bit this year, and we want to kind of narrow in on what we want to do. We've experimented with lots of different kinds of animals. Through the last few years, we've been trying to raise, cows and goats and pigs and chickens and ducks and all these different things, horses. And just to see kind of what fits here, what we like to raise, what is profitable for us, what's not, and what works well in our environment and for the setup that we have. And so we've learned a lot, and we do really like having the goats, and they are a profitable thing for us. But we probably will never go back to the scale that we had, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we had like almost 30 goats here. We'll probably breed, 1 or 2 mothers a year with the buck that we have. That's kind of our goal, and we'll always have some goats around. They're just great pets. They're good animals. Like I said, if a mother has 2 or 3 babies and we can sell for $100, $150 a piece, they pay for their food and hay for the year that way easily. So this one here, though, I think that we're going to keep. This is, look at this goat. This is the goats that people want to take around on leashes. It's the friendliest. It just loves people. As soon as you come in here, it just jumps in your lap. This is my daughters just absolutely love this guy. So we'll be keeping him. We're gonna weather him or fix him, and so he'll be just a companion animal that we'll have around the farm. He's just a great goat for us. So. But we will be milking goats off and on. I have a series I did on goat milking. We have built a milking stanchion for almost free. I built a small milker, a goat milker, out of a little vacuum pump and some little syringe cups that really works good for these smaller goats, and kind of an automatic deal that you can use the goats or get the goat's milk going. And we'll still do that. We'll still do goat's milk off and on, once a year, and use that for making soap and experimenting and playing around with different things, cooking and other stuff. But these guys are dusty. You can see all the dust coming off of them. When we raise our goats here, we don't use any medicines or anything like that with them. We don't, I do a worming medicine, I shouldn't say. I do an oral, like, pellet type of worming medicine. But this is diatomaceous earth that you see on these guys. I just sprinkle them with diatomaceous earth every once in a while. In fact, we do that with all of our animals, pigs and everything. It just helps keep lice and mites and fleas and other stuff like that at bay. I'll sprinkle some around in the shelter areas too, and just helps keep that stuff down. So the male goats, I've done a video about disbudding goats. We do not disbud our goats either, and so his horns are starting to come in here. Males, he's only a few weeks old, and they'll start to get horns at that age. Pretty good, and we're not a fan of the disbudding. There's nothing wrong with these goats having horns. They're not dangerous. They're not big enough to hurt anyone. You do have to be careful. If they lift their head up real quick or something, they could poke you or hook you or give you a bruise or something. But they're not going to hurt you. So. So we're not going to become goat farmers here. We're not going to have a huge goat operation with, we had thought about doing that at one point, and I think that, we like the goats, but you can also really easily saturate the market with goats in your area. If we have 30 or 40 kids every year, it's going to be hard to find homes for all of them at a price that you want. You end up discounting it to try to get rid of them. And then it's just too many, and so I can't make $50,000, $60,000 a year selling goats, not for pets anyway, not with what we want to do. And you end up with a lot of males too, like this, and males are harder to get rid of. If you find somebody who wants to breed, that's fine, and you can weather them or fix them, and they're great pets that way. But we have found that most people want the does, they want the milk, and we had a lot harder time to get rid of the males. and then you end up discounting them. We've sold some for $50, $75, you know, and you don't end up making as much on them. And it just depends on the traits and things too, but you can make a good living with goats if you really want to get into it, but there are some challenges with that for sure. So the 3 names that we threw out there for you guys to choose, I knew this was going to happen, was Luke. That was the SSL Family Mom's choice. She had chosen Luke. Tristan, which was the SSL Family Kids choice, Tristan. And then Goaty McGoatface, which was kind of my choice. And of course, you guys chose Goaty McGoatface by a pretty good margin. It was like 50% for Goaty McGoatface, and then about 24 and 25% for Luke and Tristan. Luke was second place, and Tristan was third place. Very close tie, almost a tie. So the girls have decided they are not going to call him Goaty McGoatface, even though you guys have chosen. But I will honor your choice. I will call him Goaty McGoatface, or Goaty for short. So he'll have 2 names, I guess. The kids have decided they're just going to call him Tristan no matter what we say. And so I think, I don't know, maybe your name is Goaty McGoatface Tristan. He's got a long name. So you'll be seeing lots of Goaty, and he'll be around here. I don't know if I'll go through how to weather the goats. I don't know if anyone's interested in that. It's a pretty simple process, banding these guys. It's very similar to cattle, very similar with sheep. And they're just so easy to do. You know, it's all external, and it's safe, and anybody can do it. But I don't know if there's an interest in that. I can show how to do that. Do a little video on that. That'll be happening here in the next couple weeks. So we'll get that done for him. You don't want to leave these guys as an intact male buck unless you want to sell them for breeding or keep them for breeding, because goats, it really wrecks them as far as them being around you or the kids. They smell so bad. They get so musky. When I go out with our buck, if he just brushes against my pants, you can smell me from 15 feet away. I mean, I'll walk into the house and the kids will be like, oh, you know, what's that smell? I mean, it really is bad. They also have some very bad manners. They like to pee on themselves and all kinds of other things. And so you really, if you want to keep a goat as a pet, you really want to get them fixed. But I appreciate your interaction. I appreciate your votes, those of you guys who voted on the goat name. So Goaty McGoatface it is, and we'll stick with that. What a great goat he is. I want to say this too. Many people talk a lot about how do you make your goats friendly? You know, that's the biggest thing. When people are looking for goats, they want their goats to be friendly. You know, they want to pick out one that is friendly, or they want to make their goats friendly so that people will want them. And what I have found is there's really a couple factors that sometimes they're just, it could be part of genetics, I don't know, but this mother, all the kids that she has had have been very friendly right off the bat. I mean, we've come out here right when they were born or after they were born, and they would come right up to us. Some of the other goats, the first time moms we've had, and others, they're very timid, and they weren't like this. I mean, they wouldn't come to you at all. So sometimes it is a little bit of genetics. I think that they're just prone to that. They're just naturally built that way. But the other thing is just to spend some time with them, the kids, right away when they're born. We send our kids out here, you know, very often to just spend some time. We just say, go play with the goats. You know, go out there and just hang out with them. And that's partially why he's like this. He's been out here, the kids have been out here playing with him, you know, almost every day or every other day since he was born. And so he's obviously very comfortable around people. So Goaty McGoatface it is. Thank you guys for tagging along today. Just a quick update on the goats, and lots more to come. We've got a lot of things going on around here. We're going to talk a little about hay. We're going to talk a little bit about wood chips in the garden. We're going to talk a little bit about some fall time things, and closing up the pool, and what's going on in the greenhouse, and so many things to check up on. And those things will come out here over the fall time. So look forward to that stuff. Love to have you tag along. Of course, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And don't forget to hit thumbs up on today's video. And of course, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one. What do you think, Goaty? You like your name? You're Goaty McGoatface. What do you think of that? Mom doesn't like it.